Welcome back to Kanji Master. The first kanji we're going to look at today is the kanji for good luck or joy. The only reading is kichi, like if you go to a temple, you can often pick up a thing that will tell you your fortune. Kichi means good fortune. Daikichi means really good fortune. Kitsu, like fukitsu, which I'll show you to draw shortly, which is like an omen, like a bad omen. The kunyo reading is yoshi, like those of you who've been to Japan, you've been to a gyudon restaurant before, Yoshinoya. This is the yoshi in Yoshinoya. Love gyudon. You got samurai standing on your mouth. Potentially, you imagine the samurai is a fairy, and he lands on top of your mouth. And if he stays there, you always have good luck. Unlike Kitsu, bad. I mean, again, with this one, you want to picture him sitting on there, maybe looking quite, how would you say, elegant, I guess. Top of your lip, bringing you good luck. On the next one. The next kanji is a kanji for contract, join, bind, or to tie up hair. The onyo reading is ketsu or kechi. This would be the ke from kekkon, to get married. The kunyo reading is musubu, to bind or to tie. Yu is the same thing. Yu waeru is the same thing, like to bind together, to be bound. To draw it, we have our thread and our lucky samurai. So if you're trying to remember this one, you can think about if you have good luck with your noble samurai sitting on your mouth, picture him throwing out a piece of string that wraps around a beautiful lady and binds her to you, and this is marriage, kekkon, which I'll show you how to draw once we learn a couple more kanji. On to the next one. The next kanji is a kanji for packed, closed, pressed, or bunged up. On that nose. The onyo reading is kitsu or kichi. Again, kichi. This is sort of another, like we've mentioned this before, but as you can see here, when a kanji contains the same element, or like radicals, or smaller kanji, often the reading is the same. So if you do come across a kanji with parts that you've seen before, potentially you can even guess the reading. And sometimes guess the meaning, so it's kind of cool learning kanji this way. The kunyo reading is tsumeru, to pack in or to be packed. Tsume, meaning like bunged up. Tsumari, to jam in, pack up. Or tsumu, to be made fine, to be at a loss. To draw it, say, samurai in your mouth. To remember it, maybe this time the samurai sitting on top of your mouth, your nose is constantly blowing on top of his head, you see, and he's quite patient, but he eventually gets a bit fed up. Even though he's giving you good luck, you sort of seem to be breathing on him all the time. He has enough. He says something. Remember what he says. Says it very loudly. Maybe that's enough or something. He says something. That's the important part. And he jams his fingers up your nose and stuffs them up. That's a pretty visual one to remember. Mitsu meru. What happens when your eyes get stuck or stuffed up? You stare. Mitsumeru, to stare. On to the next one. And the next kanji means marriage. The kon from kekkon, to get married, kekkon suru. The onyo reading is kon, of course. To draw it, ku no ichi. We got our sir kicking up in the air, and day. So what is marriage? It's sir, or a family name, right? This one here. Mixed with giving it to a woman, and you picture it's a very sunny day. Maybe you can see Sir's kicking around, isn't he? He's very excited, dancing around, and the sun's reflecting off, like maybe they're getting married by a lake, and the sun's reflecting off a nearby lake. And you can see it it looks like he's sort of dancing on it. And woman's standing beside him. Kekkon, to draw. It's lucky samurai showing this thing. Kekkon. On to the next one. The next kanji we're going to have a look at is the kanji for smell or odor or fragrance. The onyo reading is shu, like taishu, meaning body odor. The kunyo reading is the kusa from kusai, meaning stinky, or the nyo from nyoi, meaning to smell, or nyoi to smell. It's just the dorshi, the verb, and the nyoi meaning a smell. This is a noun. Meishi. So we draw it like this. It's basically just a big self. Maybe someone who's really up themselves. They keep talking about themselves. Maybe you have this friend and they sit next to you and they just brag about themselves all the time. All the time. You get kind of sick of it. Their head is so big and they believe in themselves to be so big. And they start to you can even imagine their head sort of swelling with their ego. And as they do, they start to smell terribly. I'm just going to picture that, like it's a garlicky kind of smell. Really connect with that smell. Big self, someone who's too full of themselves, too big for themselves. Anyway. Body. Taishu, body odor. On to the next one. The next kanji means mask, face, features, or surface. The onyomi reading is men, like heimen, meaning like flat surface or plane. And I'll show you how to draw that in a second. And the kunyomi reading is omo, from omoshiroi, meaning interesting, or omote, meaning surface. Or the tsura also means kind of face or plane or surface as well. Yeah, so to draw it. Okay, so if you can imagine this as, we can say surface or plane, but it's not really a person's face, it's more of a surface face. This could be potentially the face of a robot though. If we think about the top here as an antenna, instead of eyes, you've got 3 dots down the middle, which is that separates it. So you're going to think 3 buttons down the middle of the robot's face. Potentially you have this great robot, he breaks, smashes everywhere, can't put him back together, so you make a coffee table out of him. So the surface of your coffee table is the robot's face. You can just rest your coffee mug on it. It's not how you draw that. The stroke order is all wrong, but you know what I'm talking about. Heimen, meaning flat surface. And then omoshiroi. Interesting. And that's it for today. I'll catch you guys again tomorrow. Bye.